All right, and welcome everybody to another installment of the Legacy series, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 2. Why do these have to be so long? But yeah, so we just started Soul Reaver 2 in the first one, so we are now going through and progressing. We are now reduced in power. We do have the Soul Reaver back, but it's also killing us as we use it, so we have to be very careful, and we don't get to absorb souls using it. So it's a little more interesting. And of course we're in the past, so yeah. We're going to continue on, and I'll re-update everyone with all the new stuff as we go through. But anyways, as always, if you guys are enjoying this type of content, consider subscribing, of course. Like, comment, feed that YouTube algorithm, that robot that is YouTube. And of course, you guys can catch me live like a lot of the time. So I'm live, but few days a week. No? Okay. That was weird.
While I had only just escaped,
They're having us relearn everything.
I sensed that in time my journey would return me full circle to this place. Infiltrating the fortress, however, would be no small feat. The balcony that had provided my escape was now well beyond my reach, leaving this massive gateway as the only means of entry. The gates were sealed, but like the time-streaming chamber I had seen earlier, their operation was undoubtedly linked to that odd crystal mounted above the entrance.
Yeah, we've got another... We go through 2 time periods in this one, I want to say. Maybe more. Damn. Damn, stop being rude. She's being super rude there, okay? I just wanted to eat her friend's soul. Is there something wrong with that? You know. Sir, don't you be shooting a gun at me. Especially since I can't use the gun. I don't have ammo. I'll take the sword. Again, at least I don't have to worry about weapons breaking in this game, unlike Blood Omen 2. That was always a nuisance. Alright. Ma'am? Oh, she just died from bleeding out. That works too. Oh, hi. Stop losing your heads, people. Yeah, you do not get to pick up the gun. Unfortunately. They're like, nah, you don't get to use a gun ever in these games, which is fine, actually. I'm okay with that. Yeah, these are all dead vampires. And we get We get elemental. We get elemental Soul Reavers in this one. Man won't let me execute him. Yeah, and just so everyone knows, again, when we play Defiance, it's gonna look close to this. Closer to this, I should say. It'll be in between this and this. Sir, you're rude. Attacking me like that. Alright, there's our checkpoint. That's, and I think, I want to say the spirit realm in this game is way more dangerous than it is normally. Also, you know, making sure you're not dying.
These vampires had nothing in common with the deranged jackals I left behind in Kain's derelict empire. They seem to retain much of their former humanity. In this era, vampires were clearly not the uncontested predators we had been. These creatures were hunted mercilessly and oppressed. And while I still believed that vampirism was a plague and had to be wiped out, there was nothing noble or righteous in this crusade. This was simply ruthless persecution.
See, the Seraphim weren't that great. The dogs are also, like, annoying as hell in this game. Hey, she hit me. She deserved to lose that. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, that's not simple. Just open. It's just a hole to open.
The pillars of Nosgoth, pristine, whole, and uncorrupted. I had never beheld them in this undefiled state, yet something profound and indelible resonated within me at the sight. And there, waiting at the very heart of the pillars, was the canker that was destined to destroy them.
He hasn't, they haven't been destroyed yet.
I know you're there, Raziel.
Mobius led me to you, Kain, though I might have guessed you'd meet me here.
And if Mobius told you I was hidden on the underside of hell, would you throw yourself into oblivion to pursue me? Mobius trawls for the ignorant and unwary, hauling his gasping prey from the streams of their destinies. Stay out of his net, Raziel.
Spare me your elaborate metaphors, Kain. I have pursued you here for one purpose. You will pay for your betrayal, and balance will thus be restored to
the funny part
and
is...
whose will is satisfied then? The will of Raziel or Mobius?
Would I be better manipulated by you, Kain? Now, turn and face me. The chase is over.
This isn't a chase, Raziel. We are merely passengers on the wheel of destiny, describing a perfect circle to this point. We've been brought here for a reason. I've seen the beginning and the end of our story, however, and the tale is crude and ill-conceived. We must rewrite the ending of it. You and I.
Face me, Kain. Even you shouldn't die a coward's death.
Isn't it customary to grant the condemned a final request?
I recall no such courtesy from you.
Indulge me, Raziel.
I love
All I
Kain,
ask
how he
that you
is.
listen. This is the sublime moment of our undoing, Raziel. The ineffable fulcrum upon which swings the entirety of our history. This is where all of Nosgoth is betrayed. In this instant, Ariel, the Balance Guardian, is murdered by dark forces bent on overthrowing the pillars. Her spirit is just now tearing free, lost in the ether, trying to find its way here. You have already seen how she comes to haunt these pillars.
Bound here by your refusal to die. You are the reason this land becomes diseased. As long as you remain alive, you condemn Nosgoth to an eternity of decay.
Be still, Raziel. See this. As Ariel dies, I am being born to take her place as Balance Guardian. Such is my destiny.
My God.
At the moment of my first cry, Ariel's beloved, the Guardian Nutraptor, finds her corpse. Racked with grief and tormented by suspicions of treachery, Nutraptor plunges into a madness which overflows and infects all of the Guardians who are symbiotically bound, including me. The repercussions of Ariel's assassination were expertly calculated. The entire circle descends into madness, and I am tainted at the moment of my birth, instantly rendered incapable of fulfilling the role destiny has prepared for me.
Shall I show you the same mercy you showed the rest of the circle then? You blithely murdered them to restore their pillars, yet your hand faltered when it came to the final sacrifice. What makes you exempt, Kain? You're merely the last man standing. Why condemn me for simply carrying out what you hadn't the courage to do yourself?
This is such a good story.
The moral posturing, shall we? We both know there's no altruism in this pursuit. Your reckless indignation led you here. I counted on it. There's no shame in it, Raziel. Revenge is motivation enough. At least it's honest. Hate me, but do it honestly.
I love that.
Hence, I am presented with a dilemma. Let's call it a two-sided coin. If the coin falls one way, I sacrifice myself and thus restore the pillars. But as the last surviving vampire in Nosgoth, this would mean the annihilation of our species. Mobius made sure of that. If the coin lands on the reverse, I refuse the sacrifice and thus doom the pillars to an eternity of collapse. Either way, the game is rigged.
We agree then that the pillars are crucial and must be restored.
Yes, Raziel. And that's why we've come full circle to this place.
Kain always had a good idea. He's always been the good guy, but he's not doing it in the best way.
Can be born.
Pillars don't belong to them, Raziel. They belong to us.
Your arrogance is boundless, Kain.
There's a third option. A monumental secret hidden in your very presence here. But it's a secret you have to discover for yourself. Unearth your destiny, Raziel.
I love it.
It's all laid out for you here.
You said it yourself, Kain. There are only two sides to your coin.
Apparently so. But suppose you throw a coin enough times. Suppose one day it lands on its
edge. I love that. And yeah, we saw the corruption of the pillars. Kain is just a wee babe at this point. He's just been born into this world. So yeah. We just came down from there, so we get to go over here. Oh yeah, you know, the first game we got the ability to climb walls.
I didn't know what
Now we get to
impulse
climb
stayed
walls
my
again.
hand, why I had so willingly allowed Kain to escape me when I had pursued him for so long. I had no reason to trust Kain after he had valued me so little, and yet I found myself intrigued by his words. I had been too cruelly used to so gullibly play his pawn, but if this world truly had secrets to divulge, I was determined to expose them.
Hi? Oh, Ghost Spectral. Oh, that's the Spectral one. The symbol shows that you need to go Spectral. Of course, in the Spectral realm, it doesn't kill you. And it looks a lot cooler, I'm not gonna lie. Your health bar in Spectral looks way cooler in this game.
From the moment of my arrival, I had the constant and palpable sensation of being watched. Someone, it seemed, was keenly interested in my presence here.
The Ravens. And now they guide us here.
From the look of it, this door had been sealed for centuries. I began to realize it was no mere coincidence that I found myself standing here, beneath this winged figure with blue skin and cloven hands so like my own, and bearing this unique key.
Oh. I don't know what I want to do there. Sorry, I was looking at something.
And so it was with a sense of gravity and trepidation that I unsealed that ancient door and crossed the threshold.
Yep, now we get to see our new areas. We're not... Oh yeah, these guys don't give me souls. I forgot I can kick in this one. Raziel. Raziel. Everyone calling my name. And we're on the bottom side of the pillars now.
As I entered the chamber, I sensed that it had been sealed for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. And while this room was clearly built when the pillars were erected, I knew that no human hand could have shaped this place, and that perhaps it had never been seen by human eyes. The surrounding murals depicted a winged race, their features so like my own, but beautiful, where mine were grotesque, and angelic, while mine were demonic. I tried to decipher these images. A great war, but with combatants like none I had ever seen. The pillars raised by this winged
we dealt
race,
with them
who
in
thus
Blood
defeated
Omen
their
2.
adversaries. The winged beings again, writhing in agony, apparently afflicted with the same bloodthirst I had so recently suffered. And throughout the chamber, inscribed everywhere, images of the Reaver itself. Was this what Kain had urged me to discover? I wondered.
Lies, Raziel.
And now we are under him.
Do not be deceived.
Ah, my ancient benefactor. And I dared to hope we had parted ways forever. Silence was refreshing, but it lasted. No doubt you have a conveniently inexpressible reason for your presence here?
Do not be insolent, Raziel. I am eternally present here and everywhere, now and always. I am the still center of the turning wheel, the hub of this world's destiny.
But perhaps not so omnipotent as you'd have me believe. Your hold on me appears to be tenuous. I no longer seem to need you. Yet I'm guessing you still need me.
This impudence is unworthy of you, Raziel. Do not forget that you have a task to fulfill here. You are indebted to me.
Indebted? You would have me show gratitude for a gift I didn't ask to be bestowed. Do you forget that you forced me to inhabit this vile carcass?
I restored you to yourself, Raziel. It was Kain who destroyed you. The very enemy you've just let slip through your grasp. Do not fail me, my servant.
I serve no one. Not you, not Kain, and not your lackey Mobius.
Mobius is my good servant. I have many.
And
I
if
love
I tell
that.
Mobius that he's worshipping a giant squid, do you think his faith will falter?
You have grown willful, Raziel. But beware. To embrace a serpent is to invite poison into your heart. Kain is a sinuous beast. He will seduce and deceive you.
I love.
You
He should
pride
be the
yourself
final
on your free will,
final
yet you let
fight,
that
but
degenerate
we'll never get
deter
that.
your resolve.
I harbor no illusions about his integrity, nor anyone else's. In fact, I am beset by manipulation on all sides. I merely seek the truth.
These are the fathomless truths, Raziel. The agony of birth and death and rebirth. This is the wheel of fate, the purifying cycle which sustains all life. Vampires are an abomination, a plague which leeches this land of its spiritual strength. They obstruct the flow of life and death. Their souls stagnate in their wretched corpses. But the wheel must turn. Death is inexorable and cannot.
And
be
there's always a
denied.
lot of explanation in the beginning of
Your
these games,
destiny is
so
irresistible, Raziel. You are my Soul Reaver, the scourge of the vampires, reaper of their apostate souls. Remain steadfast, end the vampire's parasitic curse, and restore Nosgoth. Kain's blood belongs on your hands.
Kain indeed deserves to die for condemning me to this repugnant form. But if and when I kill him, it will be for me alone to decide.
Kain destroyed you without a flicker of remorse. He tore the soul from your noble corpse. And after you had served him faithfully for 1,000 years...
It's really messed up that Kain
abyss
did that
on a
because Raziel
jealous whim.
was the first to evolve in a way, but Kain realized that Raziel is the closest form to the original vampires. I'm pretty sure it gets explained in Defiance. It doesn't get explained here, but it gets explained in Defiance, so... So, it's a little interesting. So, alright. And with that, everyone, we're going to call it here for this installment of the Legacy series, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 2. Thanks, everyone, for swinging by on this one. Of course, everything's at the beginning, and we will continue this moving forward. We'll see what we can do and get what we can done in this, and call it awesome. So, yeah. Thanks, everyone, for swinging by on this one. Of course, until next time, take care.